All aboard the Livin Loud with Andy train. It's Friday. It is Friday. Thank you, El Fuego. Let's get this show started. Of course, it's an Ask Me Anything, and I'm going to do something different I've never done before. I'm going to go over all of my old YouTube comments, the ones that I haven't responded to yet, because it gets crazy. Trust me. And we'll have fun along the way and look at some old vids, too. I don't know. It goes whichever way you guys want to go. So, thank you guys so much. Let's kick it off. Getting all this footage of you guys coming out there was amazing, and most of you guys are coming again to Slam 24. Yeah, we got to get more footage, but again, this was epic. It'll forever be lived on. Love you guys.
Livin Loud with Andy.
Yeah, what do you got for me, human? I don't want it. I don't want it. Unless it's cookies, and Cookie Monster take it. Alright, man. I mean... Okay. You know, fish. Man. They're great. They're great. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. It's Friday. And of course, it's an Ask Me Anything. We just hang out, kick back, relax, have fun, talk about car, audio, kicker, you know, all under the sun. And I had to go back to my Cush NCs. It's just not the same without them. Man, the bass is just better. I'm not lying to you. It just sounds better. They fit better. But, you know, the other ones, Patreons will see it tonight or tomorrow, what these new ones can do that I didn't even think they could do, and it's going to take Slamology live show to another level, which will be awesome. Thank you guys so much. Cedric, thank you for tuning in. All you guys always hanging out with me. I appreciate you. William, Andy knows that you just gotta look at it. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? Just look at it. Thank you, William. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. Everyone under your roof, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. You guys are awesome, man. 25, thank you for tuning in. Baba loves the intro. Talking to Bobby B and RVH. Good evening, Andy and fellow chat gang. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you guys. Tonight's show is going to be cool because I'm going to go over some of the comments on my YouTube channel here, and, you know, good or bad, and just talk about them, answer them, and, you know, your guys' questions along the side. It's going to be fun. It's going to be different. I'm going to have fun with this. Kyle, Andy, been watching the Y-Files lately. The Y-Files! You know, absolutely, man. And, you know, that guy with all his, some of them are just really left field. The other ones are, man, crazy. You never know. Cedric, what's up? Appreciate you, man. Kush NC's for the win, though. Really, big time. Big time for the win. Thank you for tuning in, Adrian. Man, you know, I know these are discontinued. I'm going to have to pick up the big phone. Hey, I need a Livin Loud with Andy special headphone edition. Make them like this, but wireless over the mic, you know, with a little boom mic and all that fun stuff. And I know that they would knock it out of the park if they would do that for me. But that's a lot, man. Uncle Bobby B, what is up? Thank you for tuning in. Oh, man. Sorry, that's all messed up because I actually was fixing everything.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
While the intro was starting, I'm like, man, I forgot. I got to reset these every time I go live. Otherwise, they will stutter. I was like, you know what? We're going to use the intro from StreamYard and it'll work. Don't cook the fish. I'm glad Kicker Amp has thermo protection. You know, got loud. Absolutely. Last night, I forget what I was doing, you know, just working on the car, the carport and stuff last night. Came inside and I just happened to look at the fish, and one of the tanks was 100 degrees. 100 degrees for fish, man. I almost had some fried fish and it's not even Lent. And yeah, see, look. Don't boil the fish. See, these guys know. I'm like, what? This is insane. A little 15, 20 watt heater, you know? Man, don't get those cheap ones, and it's just like an amplifier, you know? When things can be catastrophic, you want it to go and protect you. Don't want it to catch on fire. And that one, if it wasn't underwater, it definitely would have caught on fire. Audio Dad, hey, what's up, man? Thank you for tuning in again. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, you know, I see the newer ones that tune in. Obviously, we got our usuals here, usual suspects. But, you know, it's awesome to see this channel grow with new people. Thank you so much for being here. TJ Foley, local guy, thank you for hanging out. Hope you're doing well, man. Let's see here. Double E, hello from the Pacific, Southeast Asia. Wow. He is pretty much closer to the moon than he's closer to us. Thank you for tuning in. Double E. John K is sleeping. He's sleeping on him. Dubby. Garrick, what's up? Hello, Andy and the green team. Thank you for tuning in, Garrick. I'm glad you're here. This guy's crazy, man. You know, a lot of you guys are that tune in, watch the show, you know, and you're hanging out with your significant other. And I do the same thing with Kayla with some things, you know, and we'd be watching podcasts or watching video content of what we do. And it's great to be able to share that, one, with your significant other. Two, you guys are watching me. That's awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. You know, I'm getting ready there too. Washed the car today, and my car was filthy from being in the garage that we built so many boxes in, and it's just anything you put in there turns to dust. So every year it's like, man, we are revamping this thing. That's what I did for 2.5 hours today. It still needs more, but you know, one step at a time. I'm glad you're getting there, man. It's a lot with Slamology. Oh, would you look at that? Have no fear. There is always a moderator here. Thank you, Cookie Monster. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? What's up, Kanga? Caboose got this, though. Well, Caboose got last time. Bubba literally came in with a snipe. He's usually the sniper, and he came in. Even though Streamlabs failed, man, he still sniped it. Still sniped it. Thank you, Garrick. Thank you, man. Let's see. I know y'all love the Kicker headphones, but Andy, check out the Blue Tiger Elite headset. It's exactly what you want. I just don't want open back because what I do here, ambient Slamology, these closed work, so it's harder to get whatever. So with like an audiophile perspective, yeah, there's going to be better out there than the Cush NC, but what I'm doing and for Slamology, these work, they really do, and that's why I went along with these other ones, because they're both closed back, and those ones have a leather rather than, you know, like a foam material for your headphones. Those don't block out the sound just quite as much. But yeah, man, you know, I know headphones is just like car audio and speakers. You know, there's always a product for every application, which what you're trying to do, you know. But hey, it's hard to find, quote, gaming headsets that work for audiophiles. It's mixing water and fuel. It's not the same, man. And I wish they had more, you know, before jumping into a whole studio like Kicker has, you know, everything physical for the audio inputs, the visual. I got visual inputs all hardwired with all different switchers, but audio, I'm all digital. So it's like to make that jump, you know, just like car audio, it's like you almost want to buy something that's more in the mid to higher tier because, you know, to get into it costs a lot. You might as well pay a little bit more and you're going to get back more for how much money you're paying. You know what I mean? It's just that's how anything works. You know, you buy the $60 TV, but you know, it's just terrible and it's small. You pay double that, you get triple the TV quality and double the size. So it's just, that's how it works. So I don't know if I want to make that jump yet. Maybe one day. I do like the digital. It works. It sounds good. And yeah, it works. Let's see. Okay, cool. Scrolling down. Money is tight for me to go to Slam this year. You know, Slamology is expensive going there. Being there, just paying for the tickets, $40. It's not that expensive. But it's the hotel, the gas, your build, everything that includes. It can be expensive traveling to shows. You know, I want to travel to a lot, but there's only so much money that I have. So it's like, you know, you gotta spare it out. But Slamology, if you're ever going to go to a car audio show, that is the car audio show to go to. Other than your local shows that don't cost much at all, and honestly, they're free. You know, just to attend. But if you want to compete, obviously you have to pay $30, $40 a class. So if you're going to a big show, go to Slam. Thank you, Adir. I know you'll get there one day, buddy. Andy, buy one and done. What am I buying? Gotta close them up. Okay, cool. I got those comments there. So what I'm going to do is we got you guys over there. We got 10 likes, 30 y'all watching. 29. Yep. 29 of you guys are being nebby. Love you. Smash the like Dave says. You know the deal. You know.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like. You gotta hit the like. Love them. It's real easy. That thing that goes like this. Pretty simple.
That's it. Love you, Dave. Hope you're doing well, man. So what I'm going to do is I have... Oh, I forgot to move that over. There we go. What I have here is all my YouTube comments. Like, I am going deep... Camera, sorry, Ernie. I'm going to go deep into the comment section of my YouTube channel just for a little bit, you know, and if we have something to talk about, we'll just keep going on with that. But I figured to do something like this because a lot of times any YouTube content creator, even car audio guys, you know, they're not going to read every comment, and YouTube sucks, man. I will see your first one, you reply, I don't get a notification. I have to go into my YouTube app to look and then look at replies in every single mention. It's really hard. So you try to answer as best as you can. I figured I'd do it here, and we'll have some fun, man. Now, the first one here is from Revolution BY Tyler J. Appreciate you. Now, he's talking about the Bullfrog 100. I took the Bullfrog 100 and threw it into the kiddie pool for the kids. And I was like, I'm pretty sure this thing's waterproof. You know, I'm like, pretty sure. I threw it in the pool and then I took it out, did the video, and I'm like, okay, let me double check, you know, because it's got like the little seal on the side. That's why it's out of here right now. It's got the little seal, so it is waterproof. You could just dunk that thing in there, and it, you know, and I did notice something though. If I put it too deep, it stops playing. I wonder if there's something in there where if the speaker feels some kind of resistance, it just stops. Because as soon as I lifted it up, it started playing again. Maybe it's just because it's below the water, it's wasted information. I don't know. But still, it was pretty cool to just test that and had some fun. So let's read the comment here. I'm terrible, man. I'm terrible. Okay. Yeah, we're going deep. All right. Not only can you listen to music underwater with a song like this, yeah, good one, that has these bouncy, adorable sounding drum beats that make you dance. Well, this guy needs to tune into the station because we like to dance here. You'll be doing some synchronized swimming while the song is playing. You know, I don't know who that is, but, you know, some of those comments are just fun to just look at, and they cheer up your day just a little bit, man. Thank you so much. Water blocked the signal. Maybe it did, the Bluetooth signal. You might be right, because water can actually block, to a certain degree, radiation. So it could probably block Bluetooth, unless that's just all sci-fi. Who knows? All right, so this comment, I seen this actually come up today. He's asking about the video that I did with subwoofer orientation. You know, which way you face it. Is it going to be louder, this, that, whatever. How about a 12-inch ported box in a crew cab 2018 F-150? Now, with a truck, they're a lot different. We know that. With a truck, they're a lot different just because you got a smaller cabin. You don't have a trunk, you know, and it's just the way the wave extends. Again, with the cabin being shorter, it's just shorter waves that they have to bounce and back and forth, and just how bass works, man. So what I've realized with trucks, you know, they're weird. You know, you see them like sub forward, port forward, and it works great. You put that in a car and it's like you got to seal it off. It's not ideal. And I don't know everything behind that, but with the truck, what I've realized is, you know, if you got the sub forward, put the port to the side, get a little bit of loading on the side, and it just kind of helps. Sub up, port up works in a truck too, a little bit more so than, like, you know, your hatchback or sedan, especially like a sedan. Sub up, port up in a sedan or, you know, trunk vehicle, it's really not, you know, you're just making a lot of rattle. You really are. Annie, maybe it has ballistics turned off, the signal, I don't know. Thank you for tuning in. CM Enclosure, X Boomin', what's up? Thank you for hanging out with us. Jay Shipes, appreciate you, man. All you guys. Let's see. CM's talking about the Bullfrog 100. My wife asked me if I think the Bullfrog 100 is actually waterproof because we take it to the hot tub from time to time. Then you did it for me. Hey, well, you know, it's better to find out the easy way by looking at a YouTube video. I was like, well, if it breaks, I'm okay. I'll call Ernie. He'd be like, what you do now? What you do now? Yeah, I'm gonna need another Bullfrog. Oh wait, Bill's not giving any more away. What do you mean? Come on, I just need one more. No, it survived, and I was using it today, and you know, I feel like anything that is waterproof is going to be waterproof for so long. So if you just take it swimming with you every day, how long is it going to last? I don't know. Maybe a year, you know, just like how they have the, what is it? What's it called? 1000.5 they have in a fish tank. Like, that's not even really supposed to be submerged, but it is, and it's still working, and just for a year continuous, which is crazy. Right, but still, everything within reason, man. Everything within reason. Oh, look at that. We got some pennies.
I got pennies.
Pennies. Come on, Jake. I know this guy calls me, right? And Jake only calls when it's something important. So I'm like, all right, what you doing? I'm just kidding. That was the first thing he said right out of the gate. He's like, I blew my L7X. I'm like, and then he said, listen, I'm telling you, but don't make fun of me because I'm telling you, I wasn't going hard on it. And you know, it's like, you know, with a 6,000 watt amp, okay. But that's the thing, you know, with any woofer, even though whatever you beat on it, and then whenever his situation, where he wasn't really playing on it that hard. When it went, there wasn't much left to, there wasn't much left tread on the tires. I think that's kind of what happened. And the damage was already done before, and it was just pretty much inevitable. Or he's lying to us. You guys can decide on that one. But still, and the greatest thing about him, and he's had his for a while since they came out. And he's been testing it brutally like I do and a lot of others, and he didn't run into any kind of triple joint failure. That was coil failure. So, Jake, it's okay, man. It's all right. We love you. We love you. The great thing is, just drop a new Recone. Don't even have to worry about it. We got a $5
Would
super
you
chat.
look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
That's really all you can do. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, man. I am sweating in here. It's been so humid. I'm getting notifications from Stillwater, from my weather app, that they're getting like flood warnings. It is definitely springtime. How is the weather for you guys wherever you're hanging out at? Thank you, Jay Shipes. Appreciate you, man. And, man, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for always being here. You guys are awesome. Literally, man. You guys make the show awesome. And so I can keep doing this stuff, and it's just literally to keep the lights on in this studio. Everything's separate from what I do here than the finances of the house, and sometimes I'm pulling a little bit from that just so that I can get extra stuff, for what I'm doing here. Like I went to Harbor Freight, dropped $250 on just stuff I need for my cars, the tools, power washer, just everything, man. And I appreciate you guys. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jay. Got loud. Time for the new fish tank with bullfrogs submerged. Oh. That's an idea. I mean, I use my Bullfrog 100. I got this 400 sitting here, but you can't get them anymore. So I don't want to test it with that. I had to get that on Goodwill. They discontinued that, unfortunately. But right, maybe that would be cool to have something for the fish tank. I wanted to do something like that with an amplifier, how they did. I didn't want to copy them, but at the same time, it's like, why not? I got a freaking fish tank just sitting here 90%. Well, 90%. Like I'm moving to fish tank 100% of the time. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Come on, Wiz. No, not you. There we go. Cool. All right, let's read a couple more comments here. Thank you for tuning in. Got loud again. Appreciate you, man. They were probably sweating a lot. Definitely. I was sweating when I seen that happen. And I don't know why I went to go get ice. And I'm like, well, maybe ice will cool it down quicker. No, man, it's like putting ice in a freaking bathtub. It don't do nothing, man. And put 10 gallons of cold water in there, and it brought it down 10 degrees. And that's it. Now it's down to 81, so they survived the night. No more casualties. And I thought it was weird, too, because, my fish don't just die. I don't buy anymore. I really don't. And I have what I have. And whenever one died, I'm like, dude, what's going on? And I opened up the lid to, get the dead fish out. And I just felt this heat just radiating. Crazy. Eric says it is raining up in Canada. Man, we didn't get too much rain today. Like it felt like it was going to rain the whole time, but it was so humid, it might as well have rained. Thank you for tuning in, Blake. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. All right, let's keep going to these. I want to answer these. These are going to be fun. So with the 12, to answer that, I would tell you with the 12, sub forward, sub up, or port to the side. That way it's just, not towards the back. I'll tell you that. I've learned that with my Toyota Tundra I used to have. I tried putting it towards the back, and it just didn't work that way. Like in a car, one, there's not enough space, standard cab, but still, and that's why they make those truck wedges that are flat on the back and angled on the front, sub forward, port to the side, or seal. All right, so this guy said he wishes, well, we got to like that. Oh, would you like that? I can't. wish I would have kept my Warhorse back in 2012. And that is the video right here with my, just the Warhorse SPL test I did with it. And clamped like 4,000 watts at a burst or whatever, what have you. And you know, a lot of people got rid of the Solo X and the Warhorse stuff and traded and bought new things. And there's a select few that have always kept it and held on to it. It happens, man. It happens. But thank you for your comment. Appreciate you. What's going on, Bubba? Stuart, I haven't seen you in a while. Just wanted to log on and say what's up, Andy and the green team. Have a wonderful May the 4th be with you. Is it already May 4th already? Is it tomorrow? Yeah, it's tomorrow. Wow, thank you, man. May the 4th be with you. I sound like Mike Tyson saying it. May the 4th be with you. Thank you, Stuart. Appreciate you, man. We got Face Kicker up in here. Yo, dude, just keeping busy. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Okay, so. Oh yeah, this is an old video. my Solo X back in the day. Like, I mean, just look at it. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. I want to look at it. Look at this. Just look at it. You know, and that worked, you know, for a daily setup, and the reason why it's wiggling like that is just because of rolling shutter and frame rate. But still, it looked pretty cool, you know, and I thought it was like, you know, just look at it for us. El Fuego throwing pennies, would you look at that? Do you sell a 6 to 8 inch long Team SP Loud white decal?
I got pennies.
I will make you one, El Fuego, and I'll send it to you. I need to make a few new decals for Slamology. I'll get you one because I think I have a few laying around, but they're so old, and stickers, when they just sit for a while, heat, cold, they just don't peel off right, and then they'll stick fine, but they just don't peel off right. That's the problem. I'll get you some, El Fuego. I appreciate you, man. I'll send that out to you. I know that's one thing I got to do. It's, you know, 10 million things before Slamology. I'm just chipping at it, but I do want to put another big logo on the side of the car. Another one. Thank you, El Fuego. Blessed with a wild face kicker appearance. Thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate all you guys. You too, CM. Starting to put Warhorse amps with US amps. Will they ever be released? All right, well, Stuart, you're kind of new with the whole kicker and the wink thing. You know, the wink. Very soon. And there was a CE Outlook article that I also reshared and talked about on the live. They mentioned June, and with a price tag of $1,099. Now, before you get upset, like that's a lot of money, the kicker KXA with the wireless Bluetooth BassKnob was also the same price and less power. Now, it had a little bit more DSP functions with like band and control, but a lot of times your DSP can do that, so you don't need that technically. And we want power for our big subwoofers, and it's the Warhorse. It's meant to be the, you know, the big kicker amplifier, you know, and for that price tag to still be the same as a 2400 and more power, and with just, you know, everything that it is, and still has a bass knob, and the bass knob is not just a volume control knob or gain knob. It's so much more than that, with a separate, you know, voltmeter and readout, and pretty much not like a mini computer saying, hey, you got a problem and this is why. You got a problem and this is why, and it's going to light up. And it's going to show you why it's in Protect, not just Protect. And that's something I've never seen anyone else do. So that's cool. And, you know, the kicker quality, man, you're going to have that amp for the next 15 years until, you know, the capacitors start to get old from you sitting in your car that leaks and you got bad humidity and the capacitors start leaking. It's the only time when they go bad, man. The kicker amps, they last. They really do. And the price tag shows that, man. You know, and it just, you get what you pay for, you know, and sure, you might want more power. Well, hey, it all depends what you're trying to do and the budget that you got, man. Big Joke decals are available through PM. Just holler. You know, man, that is crazy. That is crazy. All that is crazy. I seen Bass Dad talking about it. I guess he bought the website or something like that. Man, it's just, you know, I'm not getting involved no more. I'm not. But, you know, I like decals. I do like decals. Uncle Bobby B, Andy, me too. Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B. Chilling with the boys. I need some logos. I know I need a print. Man, okay, so Cedric needs a logo. El Fuego needs a logo. Bada bing, bada baba. Oh, that's a good one. Bada bing, bada baba. Stanley Havens, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. They did not convey the 1,000.4 Warhorse price. No, they didn't. And, man, you know, I got on the phone. I was like, hey, are we gonna, you know, are these coming at all, you know, with that, with the 4-channel? And, you know, down the line, very soon, you know, I don't know time either, but I don't think June. That's my guess. Maybe, but I don't think so. But the price tag, there is no other kicker amplifier that's a 250 watt at 4 ohm by 4. That's pretty powerful. Literally that 1,000 watts. The 400.4, I mean, they got the 800.8, but that's different. They don't have like a 800.4, you know. So this is a pretty big 4-channel amplifier. I would say maybe 800, but maybe it's cheaper than that. It might be cheaper than that. But I just know, you know, looking at the Marine 8 channels, and it's not 8 channels, it's meant for us, so it's probably not going to be that high of a price tag. I would say maybe $599. That's still an expensive 4-channel, but then you look at the KXA 400.4, you know, that's $350 or whatever have you. You know, it's probably going to be around that and a little bit more. I don't know. They've been shocking me on the prices recently, man. They really have. I could use that 50% off coupon for the Warhorse amp. You could. You could, long as it's on kicker.com. Once it's on kicker.com, it's free game. It's free game. You can buy all the kicker t-shirts you want, so you never have to buy another shirt until you get old and fat and then you need a bigger size. But otherwise, and those will last too, man. I mean, I don't have that many kicker shirts, only like 20, but you know, they last too, man. They do. I can't. You know, you can't forget competition mode, Bobby. You just can't forget it. Competition mode is cool. You know, I'll be using that since I'm going to have the William NGA BassKnob, the wireless, but I will still be using, that's the cool thing about it, because the Warhorse, the BassKnob and everything else, the little readout, is totally separate. So if you have your own, you know, Slam Panda, NGA, you got your own RCA BassKnob, you just slap that thing into competition mode and just forget it, man. Just because it sets it at a 4-volt pre-out. Most head units that are good, that you should be running, have a 4-volt pre-out. Higher volt pre-out, better noise floor, all that fun stuff. But still, it just sets the gain at 4 volts, opens your crossovers, and locks the actual BassKnob RCA. In case, you know, just if you would have that plugged in, it locks it out. No bueno, you're done. Competition mode, full tilt boogie, here we come. Kyle, already started. Baba Bing. Baba Bing. Thank you for tuning in, Kyle. Garrick, which one do you want? Team SP Loud or Livin Loud with Andy? These guys want the Team SP Loud. I was just wearing a Team SP Loud shirt. It's over there folded. That's what I was wearing today. Old one, an OG. The new ones that I have that are on the website, that's technically 2nd gen, but the 1st gen, I don't even have the font or anything. I had a guy make it, so it is what it is. But I like the 2nd gen. It's a little bit cooler. It's got the NeuroPull. I paid for the font. NeuroPull font for that. $5.99 for us lucky guys. It's $300 with the 50% off discount code if you watch Kicking It with Andy. Thank you. 25. He does got the LLwA gear. He's got the blue t-shirt. Uh-oh. All right, Dubby. Team SP Loud. Man, you know, you guys are about to bring it back. All right. Cool. Now I caught up on the comments. Now let's look at these. I'm telling you, there's going to be some good ones. All right. Yes, I told someone if it looks like this when I'm driving that they contradicted me. Now real proof. Yes. You know, frame rate, rolling shutter. All right, cool. Oh, someone say, oh, it's a deer right there. There's a deer saying, hola, Bubba. When Bubba was out here throwing out cookies with me at Slamology. This was fun, man. I had to make it into like a little short, you know what I mean? Just Baba going boom. Bada baba. Bada baba, bada bing. You know, and that's the thing, like this system isn't just bass. It's like it sounds good, like you're at a concert, like, you know what I mean? Like you're standing there 2 feet away from, you're standing 2 feet away from like the big subwoofer, and then you can hear everything. I think that's something that I've always tried to emulate, you know, but then whenever we get subwoofers, it's easy to just overcompensate the mids and highs with just bass. So it's something I strive to do. Slamology, yes. Friday, June 7th is registration. You go up there, even if you registered now, you go up there so that you can register, get your fast pass, so when Saturday comes, you just get in one line rather than doing all the paperwork and everything else with your ID. You know, because they do this stuff. Unless you're just, this is like, I'm talking, you're bringing your car, you're putting it either in the car audio show or the car static show. If you're just a, you know, a person walking in with the camera, like you might do, you could just come in on Saturday, June 8th, and just walk in, man. It's real easy. That would be cool that you would be there as well. I know Rob just got his tickets to go to Slamology. Like, he's got everything booked. He's ready to go. I'm ready to go too. Like, I'm geeked. And obviously we're doing the live show, and Rob's going to be there, so he's going to want to join my live. You know, if we could get you there too, DIY, if you go, man, that would be crazy. And me and Rob might be doing something separate on Saturday night or Friday night. I think Friday night, do a live. I don't know. This guy just wants to go live all the time. And I'm like, hey, you know what? You used to be the king of live streams. You got me doing it. We got to do it, Rob, but I got to get with the boys too. And just found us out. So just letting you know live, everyone. I hope you come out there, Justin. It'll be awesome to just meet you in person as well, man. We see everybody on these, you know, StreamYards and Facebooks and YouTubes, but it's not the same as in person. You're gonna be like, man, Andy is really short. The only thing you're gonna be looking at. Thanks for tuning in, man. Friday morning. He's leaving Friday morning, leaving Pittsburgh, 6 a.m. That's what you got to do. That's why I'm leaving Thursday, so I don't have to do that. I can sleep all night, sleep all day. You know how I do. I stay up till 3, 4 in the morning every night. Night shift. All right, cool. Larry Keller, thank you for tuning in. I'm working too much. You know, it's hard, man. If I have any choice in it, it's like, man, I'm going to put this down, put my phone down, put this down, spend some time with the kids, the wife, breathe some fresh air, man. You know, you need that sometimes. You really do. Thank you, Larry, for tuning in, man. High Five Vega flying in Friday night. So he's flying in Friday, man. He's going to have jet lag. I don't know if he's going to want to do a live after that. He might, though. He might. I mean, that's the thing. It's Slamology. It's gone in a blink of an eye. It goes fast. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Next thing you know, you're going home. You're like, man, I can't wait till Slam next year. It's literally what goes through our head. It's great. Tiny little man. Thank you, Dirty Voltage. You know, I used to be tiny. I don't know about now. You know, solid 190. Taller, Nando or Andy? I think he's shorter than me. I'm 5'9" on a good day. You know, it depends which way the breeze is blowing. Yeah, solid 5'8.5". All right. Let's see. Cool. Let's keep going. Oh, we need this there. Okay, cool. wanted the Warhorse. Hello, Bubba. All right, this guy wanted to know how much the Bullfrog 100 is. The Bullfrog 100 is $149, I believe, $149. Got Adam there for this live show that we just did. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you, man. Mac, this guy is always commenting on my stuff. Thank you. And he tunes in too, man. Bubba says Andy is taller than Nando. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so this is the Warhorse price. Can't wait for the Amp Dyno results to see how efficient they are. Thank you, Mr. 89 iRock Z. You know, and that's the thing with any kicker amplifier is that the amplifiers are efficient. You know, even like their CX, DX line, whatever, they're still in that 80% efficient because it takes more to do more if your amplifier is not efficient. And what I mean by that, for the people sitting in the back just have no clue what I'm talking about, is just how much battery power it's taken to do that many watts. You know, you have efficiency of input and how much it's taking and then it outputting that. And how much is it losing in the process to do so? Because nothing is 100% efficient except a heater, because it's making heat with the power that's coming into the wall, and whatever heat it can't make, it's making with heat. So it's still efficiently pushing the power through to do that. So you need efficiency. Otherwise, what's happening is your voltage is dropping more. You need more battery, so then you're still spending more money. Because then people are like, man, I got this 1500 watt amplifier for $100. And then they hook it up, and then they're wondering why it's taking 200 amps to do 1000 watts at 12 volts too. You know, and it's because the efficiency is down in the 60s. You know, so it's taking double, almost, not double, but a lot more power to do that same 1000 watts. So efficiency is really key. And then guess what? You're buying more batteries, and that $200 you saved on an amplifier that's less efficient, you could have bought a kicker or something that's efficient, and you didn't need that other battery that you just bought so that your voltage is the same. You know, and there's pros and cons with each, man. There really is, and just little differences, and what's, you know, better for me, and how much money do I have? What is the system going to be? What am I planning for it? And what am I okay with? You know, how much do I need to stay at 14 volts? If I'm okay to see 12.6, 12.3 at a time, and I don't care, then maybe you don't need a high output alternator. But if you want to stay 14, you're talking high output alternator or 6 series LTO, and you're talking DIY, you know, and DIY, you know. Looks like we got Dean here. What's going on, Dean? Make sure to round on the back parking lot if you go. That's where us commoners give demos. I know that was the problem. I think I went out to the public parking one time, and his video is actually in the intro with that guy with the L715s with the passive radiators. Literally two L5, listen to me, L7R15s with 4 12 or 10 inch passive radiators, you know, pretty much a sealed box, but with passive radiators. So I had to see that, and I wish I would have went out and seen Dean's car. I know a lot of you guys got to see it, man, and I'm going to do some more walking this year. I really am. Because, you know, it's like I need to walk around, see people, get demos, you know, footage and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like we could do something. We got to plan something out. Where's John at? John's usually the guy planning everything out here. He's like, I got the itinerary. Let's get it going. Let's see. Bubba says a lot of great demos can be found in the back lot near the concession stands and demo lanes. Labors of love versus any headline sponsors built. Yeah, you got the sponsors. And then what's great is kickers like right at the end, right between the sponsor side and the main brand builds, and then the common folk demo SPL competition people. And there's a lot more of them. But kickers like right in the middle. So like we see people going this way, because they want to look at the car show. They want to look at the sponsored cars. They want to look at the, you know, just big base vehicles and SPL lines. So it works right in the heart of it. Right in the heart of it. I love it. Let's see. T. Corley almost missed a live with Andy. That's why we do it for an hour, just in case. Thank you, man, for tuning in. Appreciate you, dude. He said, hey, Peric, that's you. I mean, it could be. It could be. I don't know. This guy's incognito. I mean, there's a few other guys that have like 20 different accounts. So it could be any 30 of them. So 30 times 30 is, I don't know. That's a lot. That's a lot. Could be a lot of people. Thank you, man. 30 voltage, you should compete or demo your rigs to actually get respect, or you'll end up like an old Mark from Car Audio Fab. You know, I wanted to go and take the L7X to Mecca, and then I bailed. And listen, man, I would never have bailed, but I had to see Stephanie, to get her autograph. She's the one that was in the Short Circuit movie, and I found out literally at 1:30 in the morning before the Mecca show. I'm like, it's all right. I'm going there. I'm meeting her. I'm getting her signature. I got to show her J5, K5, Kicker 5. Yeah, you know, you do, man. You know, and that's why I love having like so many builds. It's like I got Cookie Monster, but then I got Kayla's car, and I got the quad box, and now the Volvo build. And I tried to take them out to different shows and, you know, have different systems, because that's the way you learn, man. And whenever you compete, the same thing. When you go to the lane, you learn you're not loud. You know, you still have respect for your own system, but it's like, man, I need to make it better. I want to do a higher score. I just want to be more competitive in my class. And yeah, man, it really strives you to do better. And you know, YouTubers, I mean, I feel like Mark from Car Audio Fab, he's OG, man. He's more of an SQ guy, if anything. You know, he ain't demoing that, man. You know, if he's giving you a demo in his car, he's sitting in there. As soon as you shut the door, you get that eerie sound of like, man, I can hear my heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. And then he like hands a wine to you, and here he's like, how's it sound? You know? And that's the kind of demo you're going to get, because it's just that high quality stuff, man. Not what we do. Sorry, no offense to you guys. It's just not. Culture vultures. Being like Mark from Car Audio Fab is not a bad thing. Respect of the industry and a healthy channel. You're right. It's just like we all have our little section, our little piece of the pie of, you know, whatever we do on the YouTube side. And each car audio YouTuber has their own thing too, you know, like of what they do. And, you know, you just got to find your spot. But Mark he made a spot. Like, he made the spot for car audio. I mean, he is the second. Yeah, he's the second biggest YouTuber. And, you know, that's just enough said. He's doing, you know, it's not really my cup of tea of content. Like, I'll watch a few of them, but I'm not like, oh man, Derek posted a video, EXO posted a video, Rob posted a video. You know, it's not that drive. Like Steve Mead a little bit too. It depends the video. It's like, oh, I'm watching that one. Mark it's not my flavor, but he makes awesome content. It's quality and it's educational, man. It really is. Please use all the handles to hit the like button. I think we're doing okay. We got, well, let's say 19 likes. We're doing good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Bubba. Steal ideas and post affiliate links. Happens, man. Dean! Man, that's clipping. You know what? I forgot. That's actually gifted membership.
Bass hitting hard. Yeah. Turn down for what? Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you, man. I died when Donnie said, okay, with Little John. I was died. It was great. I will never stop saying that because it was an amazing, epic moment. And every time I hear a song or see that, it's like, oh, God. Yeah, I need a Little John. I'm telling Ernie, I'm like, hey, can I get one of those? Like, radio silence, man. Come on, I need one. I'll make one if I have to. We need a Little John. Thank you, Dean, for gifting 10 memberships, man. You guys are awesome, really. And, you know, I try to put out content just for that. And it's like also for just the Patreons, because these guys are paying even more, just constant money. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the channel and gifting those memberships so people can find out what I'm doing. 1, 2. They get the behind the scenes stuff right in the beginning too. Hey, wait, what is this guy? Oh, I got exclusive access notification. Thank you, Dean. Thank you guys for gifting those memberships. You guys are awesome. Dear says, well, my wife finally, got home after a 13-hour shift. Oh, that's scary, man. A 13-hour shift. Sure, she was at work. No, I'm just kidding. Dear. That's crazy, man. You know, any working wife, I mean, our wives all work. Even if they don't have a job, they're working. They're cleaning the house. They're taking care of the kids. They're doing whatever. And at least she gets to, you know, hang up her coat and say, don't talk to me for a little bit. Let me find out it, dear. Let me find out. Love you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. I'm an SQ, SPL kind of guy myself. SQ Loud. I mean, you know, whatever you want to call it. You know, do you want it? Are you more interested in just about the bass? Or do you also, I mean, I feel like anybody wants it to sound better with all their bass, but some people, it's like, I don't even want to hear the bass. I want it to be accurate as it was intended. I want the sound stage, my left to my right, and I want my, you know, I want to be able to hear if it's 10 meters in front of me and she's singing left to right, and it seems like she's going back into the farther in the stage. Like, that's how deep it kind of gets, and you're trying to do that in a car. So it's just a lot of DSP, a lot of tuning, a lot of experience. So I feel like everybody likes good sounding music. It's just how far do you lean on one side or the other of SPL versus SQ, man? And a lot of people are going to be right in the middle, but they're always going to be tilted one way or the other. I'm telling you, you gotta be, you know, because if you're not, then you're not either of them. You aren't, man. You can't be. There is no middle. Jeff Wallace, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Baba gifting memberships too. Thank you, Baba.
Hitting hard. Yeah, yeah. Turn down for what? Okay. Yeah,
yeah. Thank you, Baba and Dean, both you guys. Appreciate you for gifting 10 members. You could see their names scrolling on the top there. Would you look at Otis Brown? Is that Otis Brown? I think that's the guy that won the kicker giveaway. I don't know. It might be. I know his name was Otis. I don't know if it was Brown, though. I'm gonna have to look at it. Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate you so much for all that you do, man. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Angelo Cortez. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's clipping pretty hard. Turned out for what? Turned down for what? For what? You know, I love it when people, you know, back in the day, it's like they'll be like, turn that music down. What? You're gonna go deaf. What? Kibo Friday identifies as a $20 super chat.
I don't care what you say about kickers.
Everybody is interested in this kicker in 2024.
I'm just hitting all the switches. Thank you, Kibo. Appreciate you. And you know what? You're right. You're right. After I looked at it a little bit more, I could definitely tell it was a $20 super chat. Thank you, Kibo. Man, you guys are making it rain. You guys are literally making it rain.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Ready?
Every time. Every time. Thank you, 25, for letting them know, but I think they already got the forecast. They woke up early. They watched that at 6 a.m. They know what the weather is, and it's raining. Yeah, it is. Thank you, Sir Mac. What's up? Appreciate you, man. I was talking about you early on the podcast. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you, all that you do. Always commenting, always hanging out. Like a lot of these guys, you guys are awesome. Then again, burgers. Yes, burgers are good. Robots fave. Darn nuggets. Yes, 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 yes. 2 cars repair and build is draining my bank. And that's the thing, man. Like, I understand. Like, I'm not clipping, but I'm pretty close. You know, I'm at like negative, you know, like 3 dBs. Like, I'm right below that clip level. Because getting ready for Slamology, getting ready with the build and making the car, just everything that goes with that, plus the studio, the live stream, bringing stuff. $260 pair of headphones, but I need them, and they're gonna really excel the show, and it's gonna be awesome for that and for kicking it with Andy. And it's just anything, man. You're gonna have that build, you know, for any time to come. And then obviously we're nuts, so you're gonna tear half of it apart and put something in there and make it better. It's a learning experience, but it's a hobby, and it's a good one, man. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you. And I know you guys do what you can, and it means the world, man. It really does. Thank you, guys. Kibo making it rain, man. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, would you look at that? Thank you, Andy and Bubba, whoever gifted me a membership.
I took a look at it, huh?
Oh, would you look at it?
Yeah.
You looked at it.
I looked at it.
Very good.
I kept looking at it.
He looked at that notification and it brought him here. Thank you, Kevin KB. Thank you, man. And yes, Baba or Dean, those guys were just gifting out memberships. You got that for a month, man. And just, you're here. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Darn kid in their ZZ tops. Dean for the win. Might have been Dean. You guys were seeing the names. I can't see everything. They put the name out for each person. And whoever gifted it last. So yeah, it might be Dean. Look at this. Greetings, Andy and chat from East Oakland, California, home of the Scraper Bikes, bicycle trikes with sound systems. Now that is cool, man. You know, I think motorcycle audio is something I really would love to get into. I have a I have a Ninja, so it's not gonna work in a moped, but I think Kicker really knocks it out of the park with their bags, their amplifiers, their subwoofers, their speakers that are literally designed for a motorcycle and what have you. And thank you so much for letting us know where you're from. I know a lot of these guys are all over the country, the United States, and we got one guy on the moon. And you know, it's awesome, man. Thank you so much. And that's awesome, dude. Big time. Big time. John Deere 4450. Thank you for tuning in. I was just lifted a G. Thank you, John Deere. Oaktown in the house. Jin. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Look at that. Member right there. Might have got a gifted membership. Look at that. These people are awesome. For tuning in, getting that notification, and the more awesome people are the ones gifting the memberships. Thank you, Dean and Baba. Would you look at that? Live. Live. We got ATL up in here. Got a lot of people down in Atlanta, actually. You might know Jake and Scott and the gang down there, man. Let's see. It's a great Friday. I know. I was going to just pan over here. I'm like, I'm updated on the comments here. I'm up to date. And I was like, well, we can look at that and do some more comments from YouTube, but it's already been an hour. Man, you know, if you guys got any other questions, let me know. I could keep going. You let me know. It's Friday. Let me see if I find one that's pretty good here. Oh, here's a good one. Would you look at that? Cornuts CT 800.5 that he sent me, that we dynoed. Good budget amp for sure, but for $40 more, you can get the Recoil Red 1800.5 and double all the power. And I think that's why Recoil is what it is. It's like, you know, it's really budget stuff, but for being budget, it's not junk. And I feel like they maybe have some presence in the car audio scene and more than just Robot Underground working with them. And they kind of see like, okay, there's bass heads. They need cheap power. They don't need it to do underrated like, you know, some other brands that just don't do anything close to what they claim, but they're cheap. or other amps that are just very cheap and they give you a lot of power, but they blow up when you blow on them too hard. So I feel like they fall right into that little, you know, area of just, here you go, man. And they're probably not making that much on it. And if you do run into a problem, is the return warranty probably not the best. That would be my guess on that. There's got to be something lacking. Otherwise, the guy's a millionaire. He's just taking care of you guys. Here you go, man. You want some free stuff, you know? You're good, right? Oh, yeah, I'll send you another one. No problem, man. But right, there's, you know, that's my opinion on it. Let's see. Well said, Andy. Thank you, CM. Appreciate you, dude. All right, I'm scrolling down. I'm behind on here. Oh, I missed a few. Those are the shorts. This guy was talking about the L7X here, of me talking about, is it stiff or not? And it's not really stiff. It is out the box, but as soon as you break it in, it gets pretty loose. Like, and that's a good thing for efficiency, man. And just, it doesn't need to be all that stiff all the time, man. You know, for certain applications, sure. But he says that says a lot. That says a lot just by that alone. Definitely can go in a sealed box and plays mad lows. Right. And John did that. John Myers from Kicker. Could you please do the song Slow Motions? Is that Slow Motion with me? Slow Motion with me? Slow motion, slow motion, slow motion. Is that song? I don't know. Not a lot of subs can play that song full and clean. It's probably not that one then. And that low note in the song without having bass boosted versions of the song or something. You know, I can do that one. I could try. I'd be like, hey, Kayla, I got to drive your car for a day, and I just got to play this song. Why? Just trust me, YouTube. I will I'm not going to like that one just so I can look back at it and then I can reply to it. But thank you, Crandall. I'll get back to you. And, you know, he's right. Absolutely. It does not have that super stiff suspension, and it could work in a sealed box. Let's see. This is me getting a demo. My guy got the milk crate seats. Well, you got to with the big SPL builds, man. Had a solo barrack, down, lower, face up. In my 92 Camaro, it was loud and carried long, standard notes clear. It was just loud, yes. You know, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Oh, what happened there? I lost something. Oh, come on, man. I got this all zoomed in so you guys can see it. I feel like I'm an old grandma with my glasses off. Let's see what we got for you, Shani. Yep, like. I can't, you know, it's huge. Huge letters. All right, do one more, and then I'm going to call it quits on these. There's Jam. Thank you, man. Ordered a Solo X12 2 days ago. Any suggestions for a good but not $1,000 prefab? I mean, I think Jake has one a little bit cheaper than $1,000 prefab, but go check out SDK Enclosures. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them on livinloudwithandy.com. And speaking of which, livinloudwithandy.com, I want to see if it's working here. Now, I need to turn this down, because if I don't turn this down, we're going to hear double. But I do want to see if it's working on... Yeah, we are actually streaming on livinloudwithandy.com. And it's right here. Live show. I'm going to put them all here. You know, I don't know what for. But it's legit, man. You know, like literally just having my live show on my website, not on YouTube, not on whatever. So, and there is a chat there too. If you click on it, I don't know how it works. I don't click to watch live. I don't know how it works. You're supposed to be, oh yeah, view chat. Yeah, see, look, join the chat. And then you put your name there and that's it. And I might have it with like emails and stuff. So if you guys want to hear new stuff, otherwise I don't really need to. But still, I think that is so cool. And a little, well, yeah, there we go. I didn't even have that up there. Right there. You just join the chat. Boom. Would you look at that? Type in your name. I don't think anyone commented. But that's the point. It's brand new. I didn't really say much about it. I put one post on Facebook today. Yep. Be the first to comment. Yep. So that's working. That's cool. StreamYard for the win for that. Kevin said, had a bad experience with Pile once. You know, I have a Pile and it's square and I want to like it. I want to like it and it works. It's not as good as a kicker by any means, but it's like an efficient, not even efficient, but just low power. So it's going to be efficient, low power square, like the L3 they used to have, and they don't have that anymore. I wish they did. They need to bring that back. And I feel like Pile's products are all like that. They don't have, you know, a Pile 3K or a Pile 2000 RMS woofer. It's all entry-level stuff, and those are the brands, or not even brands, but product kind of level of entry, and it takes a lot to get into a hobby. That's the easiest way to explain it, because I don't know how to freaking say it, but like whenever you want to get a new graphics card, you know, if you go buy the cheapest one, is it worth it compared to buying the, you know, middle version of performance and price? And how that works. So I feel like Pile is that entry step to get into car audio. Boss, you know, there's a lot out there that do that. You know, even Recoil and CT Sounds and Scar and all them, man. And Kicker does too. They have their foot in the water, but it's still not cheap as them. It's not a $40 12. Pile will sell you a $35 12-inch woofer. Kicker doesn't have that for 12. Twice the price. But when you want something that just sounds good, you know, you could put a bad woofer quote in a good enclosure and it's going to sound okay. But if you put a good woofer in a good enclosure, it's going to sound even better. And that's the easiest way to put it. So, I mean, Pile, you get what you pay for with anything, man. You really do. And sometimes you pay more than what you're getting, you know, and that's what you want to stay away from with anything that you do, man. You really do. Pile of poop. I did that. You said it, not me. See you, Eric. Thank you for tuning in. I know I'm about to end this. I don't want to keep you going on. Discord is next. Pile. It sounds like Power Wheels. Pow. Power Wheels. Pile Wheels. Piles were my first subs. Pile. They're more like Pile Mids. LMAO. You know, I mean, I feel like I never purchased them, but I've seen a lot of people have them, you know, that just, they wanted bass, man. They wanted bass. Like that's the easiest way to put it. They wanted bass. They didn't care how they got it. They wanted bass. They went on Amazon and they saw that and it was just cheap and put it together and they're like, what's a ground? You know, and that's fine. That's totally fine. Happens. Pile is only good for budget capacitors. Okay, the capacitors that you buy that are the 1 farad, the 2 farad, the 4 farad, the 8, the 16, the 32, the whatever farad, unless you're talking 300 farads, are really not doing anything for your 500 to 1000 watt system. It's not doing much. It just literally helps with voltage, you know, little drops that are, you can't even tell with a voltmeter. In a way, with maybe headlights to a point, but not really. It depends the headlight too, you know, depends the headlight, and that voltage range of the bulb, and if it's LED, vice versa, the ballast and all that fun stuff. But honestly, I've seen so many tests with it, and even with like a Rockford Fosgate, like a premium brand of those, you know, they're only gonna help you with that dynamic kick. You know, like literally a drum kick when you hear it, doom, 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 not the sine wave, because by the time after the drum kick, that capacitor is probably like exhausted. That's why it's not helping, because if it could still help past the drum kick for the sine wave, you would see a jump, you know, a performance gain with the capacitor. But you never see that with Steve Mead's test and a few others, man. You see a dynamic difference, but nothing with the sine wave. So it's for short, quick bursts, and that's it. And then as soon as it can discharge, it can recharge pretty much just as fast. It's static electricity, has nothing to do with a chemical reaction that every other battery uses. So are they bad? They're just not really doing anything. They're a cool voltmeter, don't get me wrong. Even like back in the day, like I hooked them up for a voltmeter, you know, just cuz, and look cool, and I thought it did something, but it really didn't. It really didn't. And yeah, it is what it is. Headlight issue, big 3 upgrade, or big battery upgrade. I wouldn't even do the big 3 until you upgrade your alternator. And the reason why is because your alternator has not 0 gauge, has 4 gauge or 2 8 gauge runs. And that's plenty enough for a 100 amp alternator. And whatever you have going from that front battery to the back, aka your amplifier. So make sure that you at least have a big 0 gauge going front to back, because that distance is greater going from the front of your car to the back rather than just 5 feet from the alternator to the front battery. Distance is key. Now, can you do it? Sure. It's not going to hurt you, but it's just going to cost you. It's going to hurt your wallet more. So what would I do? A battery upgrade first, depending the setup. But if you're contemplating big 3 versus battery, go battery in that case. Put it close to the amplifier, put it in the trunk, and that'll actually help you from having any kind of fuses melting because of the long run. All that current going from the amplifier to the front battery versus the amplifier and that first battery that's now in your trunk taking all the abuse, and then the balances of the batteries together. You know what I mean? It's not like you're pulling 200 amps from your rear battery, your brand new one. It's not pulling 200 amps from that front battery to the rear. It's not. It's not. If the battery is capable, sure, but most people have AGMs or lead acids under their car. It's just not really going to do it. Plus your 100 amp alternator, the most you're really going to see is about 100 amps going front to back. But now that you have a battery in the back, helps out a ton, man. I would do that first. Whew. All right, cool. I think that was, yeah, I don't know. If you guys got anything else, I think we're going to wrap it up. I mean, usually I do an hour and 15 anyway. Plus, I feel like Tuesday I was a little bit off. New headset. I feel better. Sweating a little bit, but that's the part of it. I've been sweating all day. I've been sweating all day. I'm okay. Pyramids. Pyramids make awesome tweeter horns. You know, man, I feel like a lot of brands can make good stuff, and every brand is not going to make the best of every product that they make. They're just not. So you can find some diamonds in the rough, man. You really can, or they just make good stuff and it works, for what you're trying to do, And tweeters are kind of hard to mess up to begin with. I mean, they're just tweeting anyway, and you don't want to put a ton of power to them because that's what's going to make you go deaf before the bass. It really is. He's going for the caboose. Favorite Skittle flavor. Oh man, it's got to be like the green. I like the green team, the green ones. Oh, my lights are falling again. I don't know why these keep doing this. I had this all fancied. Okay, but yes, green Skittles, just because they got like the lime. You know what I mean? You got to get that. I mean, OG orange, kind of, sort of. Oh, bro, here we go. He got me talking batteries. Thoughts on sodium batteries in stock, all supporting 5 to 6K. Okay, sodium batteries are cool. They're really cool, and they're great for the environment. They're more readily available. They're not lithium, so you don't have to dig in the dirt. It's more natural resources of the earth, like solar energy, but it's not. It's sodium, it's salt, it's a type of sodium, but still, they're not quite yet energy as dense as, other lithiums out there, and the voltage reflects that a little bit, and that's kind of how you can tell in a lot of cases how much energy density you have is just the voltage of the cell, and that's kind of how it works. That's why people say LTOs aren't great, because they're 2.3 2.4 volts, but with what we're trying to do and run at 6S, yeah, it works. It definitely works. And how many cycles they got, it's good. I don't know about sodium. I don't know if they have as many cycles as LTO, but I think they would at least be around what lithium iron phosphate is. I think the sodium is going to be great as a replacement of lithium iron phosphate, but again, still not as energy dense. You're going to need more cells to do more, but in the end game, like how TVs, the price went down back in the day. Your dad had this 40-inch just projection TV, and this thing took up half the living room, and the screen was still only this big. But it cost so much money. And then if you would buy something like that today, it costs you $200. So I feel like the sodium batteries, they will be cheaper. They will be so readily available with the amount of, what I mean? It just, there's going to be demand of the batteries, which they are starting to now. Sodium's very new. And They just have to make it more mass production ready. And whenever you do that, things get cheaper. Things get cheaper. So it's not that they're bad or they're good. It's just they are what they are. They're healthier for the environment. They sit at a voltage range that works for 4 series, and just like lithium iron phosphate, the sodium batteries. Well, actually, you know what? No. They're higher. They got a wider range. But I think they sit around... Oh, wait a minute. No. They got a wider range. They got a wide range like LTO, but there's only 4 in a series. Yeah, because those can go up to 16.8. Yeah, they got a wide range. So you're actually getting less capacity out of those unless you're charging to like 16 volts. It's almost like running a 6S. Here I'm thinking it's because they're 4S, but they got a wide voltage range. They got a wide voltage range, you know, and lithium iron phosphate's got a real short window range. You know what I mean? It's real short. It's like 3.2 to 3.6, you know, and then down 2.8 or something like that. So it's not bad. It's just, it's not as energy dense, and I'm going to leave it at that. It's good stuff, though. I got the JYMD Sodium 20. I've had it for like 2 years now. It's nice. I mean, it's rated 140 amps continuous, and it's down to 12.5. But it's a $500 battery. You know, it works. It's tiny. It's light. And it's good for the environment, you know, and it's not digging for lithium. I'm not hurting, you know, the whole ecosystem, the global warming, all that fun stuff. That's what you're doing by buying those batteries. Less of that. Less of that. I think there's still nickel in there, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what the cathode is. I don't know. Let's see. Base at 30. Thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you, man. Heard bad things about the new Lanzar amps. You know, Lanzar, I've heard, you know, it's just like people saying Kicker's not what it used to be. But I've also heard with Lanzar, you know, they don't make the Opti drives like they used to anymore. So I don't know. But people say that too about Kicker. Meanwhile, the stuff now would just walk on the stuff they had back then, like this Kicker comp, you know what I mean? This OG competition would get walked with anything that they have nowadays. Yet people scream that these were, you know, the best of the world, which they are good. But you're telling me Steve can't make something better? No way. No way. So I don't know about that one, man. Appreciate you tuning in, though. Windmills on cars, done. You know, that's almost like putting a magnet on the front, right? It'll work. Trust me, it'll work. Resistance, drag, generator, battery, and the next thing you know, it's not efficient. You're like, man, I bought this big old windmill for nothing. All right, cool. Let's see. Bob says sodium batteries will eventually become more mainstream. Exactly. As the technology improves, the manufacturing process is far less costly than existing methods. And that's the nail on the head. Thank you, Bob. Sometimes it's like I have a hard time getting words out. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. But yes, that is exactly what they are, and they will be the battery of the future, man. Just because. Even though that they're not as good as this whatever, we don't have to hurt anything, and it's more, there's more of it out there. There's a lot of sodium, man. Sodium's pretty high on the chart system, man. There's a lot of it out there, and it's all over the universe. Lithium, same, but not as much. You know, we got to go digging for that stuff, man. Man, you know, it's cool that they're doing that, and even with other battery types, you know, that, what was it, the slate batteries or flat batteries, I forget what they're called, but here those turned out, these were supposed to be the best battery in the world, and meanwhile it's got 200 cycles. It's like worse than lead acid. But it's the best battery. It's, you know, it's like, it's cool that they got sodium, and I love seeing new stuff. It's been around for a little while, but not state batteries. Thank you. And do some Googling on it, man. They got barely any cycles, but they're good batteries, you know. They're good batteries, but, you know, I'm about cycles too. You know, capacity, discharge, power, but how long is it going to last? You know, I don't want to, like, your car battery, why do you think the warranty's for 3 years? Because after that, you've either cycled it to death, or it's just, you know, just desulfated. It's done. So to have a battery that can last 10 years, if not more, if you keep that puppy charged, but not too charged. Lithium doesn't like to be 100% charged, no matter what. Keep it like 30% when it's sitting on the shelf. And man, that thing will last forever, you know, just sitting there. That's what's nuts. Lithium will be replaced with sodium batteries, I'm sure of it. And, you know, it probably will. And they'll get better just like any battery. Like, you know, even with lithium iron phosphate in the beginning, with a lot of batteries, they can make them where it's got a lot of capacity. But to get that discharge, you know, that C rate, that whole power thing of discharging it faster, less resistance in the cells, of just the chemistry, not even the chemistry, but how they build it and make it better to make it a higher discharge cell. That will be better. Because I think they're around like a 5C, you know, so 5 times their capacity, depending, whatever. So you got like 40 amps. So that's kind of like headway, but it all depends, man, what you're trying to do. But it is cool. It really is. And it will replace it because of the plenty, oh, not even the plenty, just all the sodium out there, man. You know what, Jake? We need you on batteries, man. You guys get me talking on batteries. Don't even start, man. This guy's got a lot of opinions. Don't let him lie to you. XS30 6500. That's the big one. That's a big, tall one, man. I think it's huge. And AGM works, man. It really does. And you know, lithium iron phosphate. Now sodium, you can charge higher, and that's the cool thing about it. So you could charge it higher. So you don't worry about that 12 volt range, fun stuff, man. I love, you know, being in that 13, 14 volt range, you know, without like, that's the battery strength, not 11, 12, 10. And AGMs are kind of, they're 11, 12, you know, because you think they're fully charged at 13.3, you know, and the sodium is fully charged at 16. But can you get up there? LTO 6 series 15.8, 16.4, can you get up there though? That's the thing. And that's why they got the 5S counterparts, and they work. And they work with those XS 6500s. But honestly, unless you're running the lead acid, then run a 5S LTO. If you're running AGM, just go with the 6S. You'll be perfectly fine. If you're running a different lithium chemistry or the sodium's got a wide range like I was talking about. So you can go like 11 or 10 volts, I think, up to 16.8. It's got a pretty wide range for the sodium. And those are 4 series, or 4 series. Yep. Caps locked. Caps locked. My caps get locked. Annie, are you sponsored by Kicker? What state are you in? You know, that's a tough question. It gets tougher as longer I do it. No, yes, no, yes. Mostly yes, but no. Me and Kicker are really close. We do Kicker giveaways on this show, like from Kicker. So you could say, yeah, we're pretty close. They're awesome, and they take care of the show for that, for the giveaways every other Tuesday. And when they're not, they're doing their own Kicker on Mass. So make sure you tune into that. Kicker on YouTube. And what state? I'm a Yinzer, sir. I'm a Yinzer up in Pennsylvania. SDK, the lies you tell. Uh-oh. 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 Baba. Thank you, Baba. This guy, man. I mean, but it's Baba. It's Baba. And he is a Kicker ambassador who is sponsored by Kicker. He hails out of PA. Thank you, Baba. Man, I guess we're not ending the show tonight. Jeremy, Shup Dog. Thanks for tuning in again, man. Sorry, just joined. I have an Optima yellow top in my Focus RS. You know, the yellow tops, red tops, that's another thing that I've heard. They don't make them like they used to. Well, you know, my dad used to say that. My grandpa used to say that. They never made anything like they used to. And that, a little bit's nostalgia, a little bit's China. But still, you know, the yellow tops, they work. And for a starting battery, even though the yellow tops are more of a reserve capacity type of lead acid or AGM, whatever have you, compared to the red top. The red top are, you know, lower reserve, higher discharge. So they work for a system. You know, I've seen them, man. John Ickes, that super chatted $50 last show and came over, and awesome friend of mine. That's what he used to have back in his car, man. I loved lamp. Okay. Yep. Loud noises. Loud bass. 3000 March Digital. I need all the power. They're 3K full bridge. Not bad. It's not bad. You know, I don't know. I think I think, was it Bassdad that did a dyno on that? I know Parker gets them. I don't know the efficiency on that though. I don't think they're great, but they're cheap. They're full bridge, and maybe it's a better option than going with the Terra amp. I don't know. That's all subjective. W says, how many kickers can I kickle if I could kickle a couple of kickers? The world may never know. The world may never know, W. Thank you so much for all that you do, Dobstay. Happy to say I never had a bad kicker product. I think it's not that they make bad products. People just have bad experiences, and 9 chances out of 10, it's user error because we're all big dummies when it comes to something new that we're trying to do, or, you know, we just don't have enough experience. So that's when bad experiences and people say that they're bad products. There can be bad products out there, 100%. But when it comes to kicker, man, they take so much time and dedication into everything that they make, you know, like just they look at a product and they just think about, okay, what is this going to work with in this car, and is it going to do okay, and what about the colors? You know, it's like all down to everything, man. Like they're sitting at a round table, the onion room they call it, you know, and then they're really talking about this stuff and not just slapping a name on it, making something. Oh, it works, good, great, you know, and that's what other people can do, man, and it happens. And Steve doesn't. He does not. Let's see. Scrapper bikes. I'll have to look that up. I said that so I can see that. I rewatch this afterwards. I'll go take a look at it. I'll go take a look at it. Hershey Quarters out there in PA, right? Yeah, he's not too far. Well, yeah, I think a deer is out. Yeah, he's by Hershey. He's by Hershey. I went to Hershey as a kid. I want to go again. I want to go again. Just, you know what I mean? Like the giant guy walking around in a Reese cup outfit. I'll just tackle him. I got a bad obsession with Reese's, I'm telling you. Bantor smell, Hershey, PA, Oklahoma smells like wind. It's from all the tornadoes. Man, you know, floods, tornadoes. I'll still move there though. I will still move there. I'll still move there. That gives me more of a reason to build a bunker, and I'm ready for my solar generator backup system. And Blake's gonna get me banned on YouTube. True, Tree Love. What type of enclosure should I go with for a trunk build where my seats don't fold down and I only have a ski hole and speaker holes in the rear deck? You know, Tree, that happens to a lot of people with, like, you know, the big boat cars, the Buicks, the old school ones, you know, the Oldsmobile, you know, just 88 Deltas. They don't fold down. And my advice to you is this. Go sealed. Go with a sealed box. The ported box is not going to be able to breathe. And I know people are like, blah, 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 bass goes through things. But with the ported box, unless you can really, it's just not going to work. It does, but I've seen better results with the sealed enclosure just because you're getting more of that, what the sealed box kind of does. Not the rumble, but kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? It's like using the entire trunk to get that air through, and whatever goes through that little hole that you got or none, it kind of still resonates through. With the port, I feel like you're really not getting the benefit of the port because it is sealed off, or it's too small for that, you know, box to breathe correctly through the front of the car. So you're not getting that benefit. So then you're going to lose a little bit of, you know, that transition from going from a sealed to a ported, where sealed, you have, you know, less of a roll off. The box can be punchy or whatever, more dynamic or just more accurate rather than a ported box. And you know, just generally speaking, but still, I think with that situation, I would go sealed. And if you want more, get more power, more woofers. You know, you can try ported, but it's I've seen it. I've seen guys put like 3K on 2 Scar 15s. Maybe it was that. I don't know. But he only did like a 141. You know what I mean? And it was like, bro, that's a lot of power. And it's like, you got to get rid of that seat. Pulled out the seat. He literally undid his whole back seat. Did like a 46. And a big ported box, you know, but not too big. It was just right. And yeah, I would go sealed with that, man. I really would. CM Enclosures. Wish I had understood ohms voltage better when I had Kicker ZX 2500. That's the big boy. Old school. But I still wired it to 1 ohm and sent it up like smoke. Kicker even offered to look at it to see if it was warranty covered. Man, they can... It's not that they... Well, that was 2 ohm board, but still... A 1 ohm load, like you can be a little bit below stable, but not by much. And it's not even that. It's how loud you're playing it below its stable impedance. You could be wired at 0.5 ohm. You know what I mean? As long as that current doesn't go over what the FETs can handle kind of thing. And that's when amps are going to go and protect, you know, because the voltage, if your voltage is the same as your current, you know, that's 1 ohm. Whenever you're below that, whatever. So with a 2 ohm 2500 watt amplifier, let's keep this short, gotta end this, you should be around 60-70 volts AC. And at 2 ohms, that would be like 34 amps. What happens is that same 2500, and when you wire it down to like 1.5, you know, or like 1 volt, like, or 1 ohm, give or take, when you go below what it's rated, it'll do that voltage. It's going to do the same amount of voltage on the rail up there, the voltage, but then the current, because the impedance is lower, goes up. It goes up to 40, and then poof, your amp blows up, and that's what happens. That's what happens. Thank you, CM. I feel like everyone's jumping out of here. A few of you guys were way over. It's late. It's Friday. I love you guys. Man, this was a fun show, man. It really was. Thank you for tuning in, Jesse James. I got my H2 with 612 L7s. Man, that thing bumped, though. That thing bumped, though. Thank you for tuning in, man. That's awesome. Yeah, you're on Kicker Club. I want to see that. I want to see that. Thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate all you guys. Bubba, Adir, man, Blake. Trying to get me banned, but I love you. 4th or 6th band pass ported through the ski pool, and that's extra, but you could. And hopefully that porthole is big enough for that second chamber of that, you know, enclosure, that band pass. If the hole's too small, then you're not going to be able to build it correctly, and you're kind of just... What I would do if it was me and I had a bass car and I knew I wanted it to do it in that car that the seats did not fold down, okay? What I would do is either, if I want the seats, keep the seats. I would go through the rear deck. I would take out a darn, you know, just blade and just cut that straight out and have it like a blow through kind of port. You know, not even tuned, just wide open. It's going to act like a hatchback in some ways. And you could do that 4th order, 6th order, and connect it right to that, or you could just have your normal ported box, you know. And you got to watch, but still, you can cut all that out, man. It's taking it to level 2, but yes, that's what I would do if I know I was keeping the car and I wanted to do that way. Baba, great show, same length as Tuesday's stream. It really is. Thank you, Baba. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all you guys. I really do. CFA's Kicker, Bobby B, all you guys, love you. I will see you in the Discord. Man, I don't even know what camera we're on. We're on this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, there we go. We're good. All right, guys. Shoot. That's it. I love you. I will see you Tuesday. Make sure you tune in. We're going to be talking about how to wire up multiple subwoofers with, you know, wiring, impedance, you know, resistance, DC resistance, just wiring up multiple woofers. Series parallel versus parallel series. Is there a difference? Make sure you tune in, and you can get that 50% off discount code we've been talking about if you tune in and enter. Love you guys. I will see you on the Discord. And as always, stay living loud. See you on the next one.
Uh-oh.
right? You know what that means? We living loud.
Cornut, that was definitely rigged. That air hockey game was definitely rigged. Love you guys. Man, tonight was fun. It's really fun. I was excited about tonight. Not gonna lie. Excited for Slam. Excited for the Discord. Excited for Tuesday. Love you guys. Thank you, CM. See you at the caboose.
Livin Loud Swag.
What the? Wiz, come on, man. I wanted to show them the new Kicker Cup at kicker.com. It's black and yellow. I love it. And Cornut coming in, but Baba says first with a $5 super chat. I'm looking on the top right screen for Cornut Streamlabs coming in, but I think that's it, guys. I love you. Long delay, but Baba got it. Oh, wait. Cornut gifted one member. Cornut got it.